We all carry burdens. Some are small, some are heavy, and some feel so immense that we think they've defined us forever. There are mistakes we make that echo in our hearts with a crushing whisper. It is too late for you. But what if that whisper is wrong? What if the door we thought was locked forever has been opened the whole time? Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful stories ever told about second chances. It's not just a story about sin, but about a mercy so vast it can swallow the darkest of pasts. This is the story of the man who killed 100 people. Long ago, there was a man whose life was a storm of violence. He had taken 99 lives. Can you imagine the weight of that? His heart had grown hard. His soul felt stained beyond cleaning, and his reputation was sealed. He was, by all accounts, a lost cause. But somewhere in the silent moments, buried deep beneath the years of darkness, a question began to stir. It was a faint but persistent thought. Is there still hope for someone like me? Driven by this flicker of hope, he decided to seek guidance. But his first choice would prove to be a tragic one. He approached a man known for his constant worship, a devout hermit, but someone who lacked deep religious knowledge. The killer laid his soul bare, confessing his 99 murders and asking the one question that mattered. Can I be forgiven? The worshipper, horrified and seeing only the mountain of sin, gave a swift and devastating answer. No, there is no forgiveness for you. That single word, no, slammed a door in the man's face. It extinguished his hope and plunged him back into despair. In a fit of rage and hopelessness, he did the unthinkable. He killed the worshipper too. Now, the count was 100 lives taken. 100 souls departed at his hand. From the outside, it looked like the end of the line. Surely, now, there was no turning back. But here's the most incredible part of this story. Even then, the door to repentance was not closed. The man had just been knocking on the wrong one. Somehow, that tiny seed of hope within him was not completely crushed. He didn't give up. He asked again, this time seeking the most knowledgeable person in the land. He was pointed towards a true scholar, someone who understood not just the rules of religion, but the boundless nature of God's mercy. The man once again confessed his horrifying deeds. I have killed 100 people. Is there any repentance for me? This time, the answer was different. The scholar didn't recoil in shock. He didn't dismiss the man, nor did he downplay the gravity of his sins. Instead, he spoke with wisdom and compassion. Opening a window where the last person had slammed a door, he replied, yes. And who can stand between you and repentance? He affirmed that Allah's mercy was greater than any sin, but he didn't stop there. He knew that hope without action is meaningless. True repentance isn't just a feeling, it's a journey. The scholar gave him a practical, life-altering command. Leave your land, for it is a land of evil. Go to another land, a place where righteous people live. Join them in worshiping Allah, and do not return here. This was the key. Repentance wasn't just about saying sorry. It was about profound regret, a firm resolve to never return to the sin, and actively changing the environment and habits that led to it. It required a complete break from the past, and the man, with a heart finally turned towards the light, obeyed immediately. He set out on his journey. He left everything behind: his home, his history, everything that had defined his old life. He was walking towards a new beginning, carrying nothing but a fragile, sincere hope for forgiveness. But his journey was cut short. On the road, before he could reach the land of the righteous, the angel of death came for him. His life was over. Now, a scene unfolded in the unseen world. The angels of mercy and the angels of punishment both arrived to claim his soul. Their dispute was simple. The angels of punishment argued, he never did a single good deed in his entire life. He is ours. They saw his record, the 100 lives he had taken. But the angels of mercy had a different perspective. They replied, but he was journeying in repentance. He had turned his heart sincerely towards Allah. They saw his direction, not just his past. To settle the dispute, Allah, in his infinite wisdom and mercy, gave a command. He told the angels to measure the distance. Was the man closer to the evil land he had left, or the righteous land he was striving to reach? The angels measured, and by a tiny margin, just a handspan. He was found to be closer to his destination, the land of righteousness. In another version of this story, it's said that Allah commanded the earth itself to shift, stretching the land he had left and shrinking the land he was headed to, ensuring he would fall into the territory of mercy. And so, the man who had killed 100 people was forgiven. His soul was taken by the angels of mercy, not because his sins were insignificant, they were monumental. He was forgiven because Allah's mercy is limitless, and he saw the sincerity in the man's final steps. This story teaches us a profound lesson. Repentance is not about perfection. It's about direction. The man didn't arrive. He didn't get the chance to live a long life of worship among the righteous, but Allah judged him based on the journey he had started and the sincere intention in his heart. This isn't a license to sin. Notice that the scholar didn't just say, "You're forgiven, carry on." He demanded radical change. Leave your town, leave your friends, leave the environment that fosters your sin. True repentance requires action. It's about taking responsibility for our past while holding on to hope for our future. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that Allah is more merciful to his servants than a mother is to her own child. Imagine that love, that compassion, and then multiply it infinitely. So what can we take from this? First, that despair can be a trap. Giving up hope in God's mercy is a sin in itself, because it puts a limit on the limitless. Second, seeking knowledge is crucial. The first man, the worshipper, had piety but no wisdom, and his ignorance led to more tragedy. Third, true repentance is a verb. It requires you to move, to change, to leave behind what harms you. And finally, and most beautifully, Allah judges the sincerity of our hearts, not the length of our resume. He sees the effort, the turn, the journey. The door of repentance is always open until the very last breath. No matter how far you think you've fallen, no matter how heavy the burden on your soul, the path back to God is always there. He is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. He never closes the door. The only way we can be locked out is if we stop knocking. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires hope. Peace be with you.